Most people have no idea that some of the best things for a dog's body are not hiding in a supplement bottle. They are not locked behind some expensive prescription. They are not only found in luxury dog food with shiny packaging and impossible ingredient lists. Sometimes they are sitting in your kitchen right now. And that is what makes this so shocking. Because while most owners are busy spending more and more money trying to fix problems on the outside, itchy skin, bad digestion, low energy, constant hunger, weight gain, irregular poop, they completely overlook what could quietly help their dog from the inside. Simple foods, real foods, the kind of foods that do not look powerful at all, until you realize what they can actually do. Now let's be clear, this is not about replacing your vet. This is not about skipping real medical care. And this is definitely not about feeding your dog random table scraps and hoping for the best. Because some human foods can help your dog, and some can seriously harm them. That is the part most people never learn. They hear human food and assume it all means love. It doesn't. Some foods nourish, some foods inflame, some foods can send your dog to the emergency vet in hours. So in this video, we are talking about the foods on the safe side, the quiet helpers, the ones that support your dog's body in ways most people never even think about. And the last one? It is one of the most underrated foods dog owners can keep in the house. Let's start with one that looks tiny, but does a lot more than people realize. Number 7. Blueberries. Blueberries do not look impressive. They are small, soft, sweet, easy to forget. But that is exactly why they get underestimated. Because these little berries are one of those rare treats that feel like a reward to your dog while still offering something valuable back. They are light, easy to serve, easy to portion, and for dogs that always seem to want a snack, that matters a lot. Because one of the biggest mistakes owners make is thinking every treat has to be rich, meaty, and heavy to feel special. It doesn't. Sometimes a dog just wants something tasty, something new, something fun, something they can eat without their body paying for it later. Blueberries fit that perfectly, a few at a time, fresh or frozen, and to your dog, it feels like they are getting something way more exciting than they actually are. That is the beauty of it. Number 6. Carrots. Carrots are one of the most boring foods on this list, and that is exactly why they deserve to be here. Because boring is often what a dog's body needs most. Not rich leftovers, not greasy bites off your plate, not salty little just this once moments, just simple food, clean food. Food that does not create new problems while pretending to be a treat. Carrots are great because they give your dog that satisfying crunch a lot of dogs crave. And that crunch matters more than people think. Some dogs do not just want flavor. They want the experience. They want to chew. They want texture. They want something that feels interesting. A carrot gives them that. It feels like a real reward. But unlike so many processed treats, it does not come with the same heavy cost. So while it may not look dramatic to you, to your dog's body, it can be a much smarter trade. Number 5. Green beans. Now this one surprises a lot of people, because green beans do not sound like something a dog would care about, until you actually give them some. A lot of dogs love them, and for dogs that are always hungry, always begging, always acting like they have never eaten in their life, green beans can be one of the smartest swaps you make. Why? Because some dogs are not chasing calories, they are chasing volume. They want more in the bowl, more in the mouth, more chewing, more satisfaction. Green beans can help with that. They are plain. They are light. And they can make a snack feel bigger than it really is. That may not sound important, but for dogs struggling with weight, overeating, or constant treat habits, that can change everything. Because sometimes healing starts with reducing what is hurting them slowly. Extra calories, too many treats, too much indulgence disguised as affection. Green beans help interrupt that pattern, and sometimes that is exactly what a dog needs. Number 4. Apples. Apples are one of the easiest foods to share with your dog. But this is where people get careless. because apples are only helpful when they are prepared the right way. The flesh is the good part, not the seeds. Not the core. Not the whole apple rolling across the floor while your dog tries to attack it like a toy. That is where good intentions turn sloppy, and sloppy is dangerous. So if you are giving your dog apple, keep it simple. Clean slices, small pieces, no seeds, no core. Done right, apples can be a crisp, refreshing little snack that feels special without being heavy. And that is what makes them powerful. They are easy, no drama, no hype. No fake miracle. Just one more example of how simple food can support your dog better than most people expect. Number 3. Cooked eggs. Eggs feel like one of those foods that people are always confused about. Some swear by them. Some act like they are dangerous. The truth is much simpler. Cooked eggs can be a great occasional addition when served. Plain. That word matters. Plain. Not buttery, not oily, not seasoned. Not turned into a full human breakfast with extras your dog never needed in the first place. Because this is where owners mess things up. They start with something healthy, then bury it under ingredients that are not. That is how helpful food becomes harmful food. A plain cooked egg can be soft, easy to eat, and genuinely enjoyable for many dogs. It feels rich. It feels satisfying. And for picky eaters, it can feel like a huge event, which is useful because when a healthy option feels exciting, you are in a much better position as an owner. Number 2. Sweet potatoes. Sweet potatoes are one of the best examples of real food doing real work. They are soft, filling, easy to serve, and most dogs absolutely love them. There is something about sweet potato that feels comforting. It is not aggressive, it is not intense, it does not hit the body like junk, it just feels gentle. And for many dogs, that matters, especially when their stomach has been off, their treats have been too rich, or their diet has gotten overloaded with processed extras. Plain cooked sweet potato can be one of those foods that feels almost too simple to matter. But that is the trap. People assume healing has to look complicated. It doesn't. Sometimes the best support comes from giving the body something plain enough to handle well. And sweet potato does exactly that. But the most underrated food on this list, the one that quietly earns its reputation over and over again, it is this. Number 1. Pumpkin. Pumpkin might be one of the most underestimated foods a dog owner can keep in the house. Because when people hear pumpkin, they think of desserts, sugar, spice, pie filling, holiday leftovers. Not this. Not plain pumpkin. And that is the mistake. Because plain pumpkin is one of those simple foods that dog owners keep coming back to for a reason. When a dog's digestion feels off, when their poop is weird, when their stomach just seems a little out of balance, pumpkin is often the first thing experienced owners think about. That is not an accident. That reputation came from somewhere. And what makes it powerful is not that it looks exciting. It doesn't. It looks plain, soft, forgettable. But sometimes the foods that matter most are the ones that do not need attention to work. They just quietly help. And that is exactly what makes pumpkin so valuable. Not pumpkin pie mix, not flavored. Pumpkin products. Just plain pumpkin. Simple. And that word keeps showing up for a reason, because that is the secret most owners miss. Dogs do not usually need more complicated food. They need cleaner decisions. That is the real difference. Not more effort, not more money, not more hype, better choices. Because feeding your dog is not just about love, it is about judgment. It is about knowing that one bite from your plate is not always harmless. It is about understanding that healthy food can become unhealthy the second you add butter, salt, seasoning, oil, sugar, or just a little bit of something extra. And it is about realizing that some of the best support your dog can get does not come in a trendy package at all. It comes from you paying attention. So the next time your dog looks up at you in the kitchen, do not just ask what they want, ask what actually helps. Because sometimes healing does not look dramatic. Sometimes it looks like a few blueberries, a crunchy carrot, some green beans, A slice of apple? A little cooked egg? A spoon of sweet potato? Or plain pumpkin sitting quietly in the pantry? Not flashy, not magical, just smart choices that support your dog from the inside. And once you realize that, you start seeing food very differently, not as random treats, but as signals, as habits, as tiny daily decisions that either help your dog feel better over time or slowly make things worse. And that may be the most important part of all, because your dog cannot choose what goes into their body. You do.